This is Soundoff60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Coaching staff was just like, you need to go through the same routine you were going through in the minor leagues. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Our skipper actually moved me up to the 2-hole in the order in the middle of that and said, hey, you're our guy, you're going to play, and we believe in you. And then got a few hits, started believing in myself.
Julio's coming back. Oh, forget it. Forget it. The game's over. Oh, Julio.
Soundoff60. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
All right, are y'all interested in opening up the show with the NBA All-Star Game or the Pyeongchang Olympics? Which one?
Pyeongchang Olympics. I'll do the
We
Pyeongchang.
go Olympics?
Scooter event. I actually watched the whole segment of Scooter's event.
Curling?
I watched the
Did you
whole
really?
event, man. I did. I watched the women's. I watched the whole event.
All due respect to the Olympics, especially the Winter Games, which I'm a big
different,
fan
Rick.
of.
It's different, man.
I love the winter. I like them
Well,
a lot more
'cause it's
than
so
the
different.
Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
We'll touch on it, but it's really hard to follow the Olympics unless you are really engrossed and you've got some kind of device, because you never know what's coming
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You
That
wake
is
up.
true.
You
That
wake
is
up
true.
live.
You're right.
If you're going to
You're
wake
right.
up at 5
You're right.
a.m., you watch something. You come back at 5 in the afternoon. What
I mean,
it's hard.
Look,
it's hard to
is.
go in and out.
It
of
is.
Any
It
Olympics.
is.
It really is.
You know, I don't really care if I'm watching it live or not.
I don't
usually
either.
I don't
know.
either. I don't either.
I don't either.
I mean,
You know.
it's not like
But-
I know who won.
Exactly.
Rick, Scooter told us many years back, if there was the Winter Olympics, the sport that he would choose would probably be curling.
Oh, no question.
I have
Probably because you
one.
can drink beer and do it at the same time. I think you
I
can do
have
it with one arm. I think.
I have one that I think that I would probably choose if I had to pick a winter game.
That you
to
would participate in?
Yeah, it would be speed skating. I think I could do that, dude.
Really.
I love it. I mean, you start, it's just like track.
500 meters or like the 20,000 meters?
No, the 500.
You gotta
It's
go
just
short.
like track, honestly,
Yeah,
Scooter. You
well-
start from a starting block. And I mean, you know, you have lanes. You know, I could do speed skating.
But you're on blades.
You're on
There's a
blades, dude.
difference.
And you're running about 30 miles per hour, too.
That's a
So-
lot like work. I'll stick to curling.
No, it is.
Wow, we're setting a record. We're 3 minutes on the Olympics. Oh, we'll say
Okay.
headlines out of.
While
All
we're
right,
on
then.
this,
What?
At the top of the show, can I do a plug?
Do a plug.
I think it was 8 years ago.
You remember 8 years
8
ago?
years ago.
Well, I wrote a curling column.
Okay.
Really?
All the years, how many years I've been doing this? Don't answer
Oh, I
that.
won't answer.
Yeah.
I probably got more feedback on that column. People enjoyed
No
it
way.
more
Come
than
on.
any column,
Are you serious,
other
Scooter?
column. All
Curling.
the LSU stuff.
Oh, come
even,
on.
Even when Kevin
Come on,
was
Scooter,
with
come
it.
on. I
That's
don't know.
probably the column
I don't
got
know.
more feedback on, and people
Wow.
enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. We're not going to rerun it in the paper, but at some point this week, and there'll be a blurb in the paper, we are going to put it on the website.
Wow.
From 8 years ago.
Well, why not? Why not?
AmericanPress.com. I don't know when, probably like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Why not 8 years later with the sport of curling? Check in, maybe a rule
Yeah.
change.
Because,
I don't know.
to be honest, I'd never top that.
No,
column.
probably not.
Wow.
Probably not.
That's the first
one
Scooter.
of the headlines that I was kind of following was Shaun White,
yeah.
the legendary
Yeah.
snowboarder. He did come back and rally with the last run on a half pipe
He did.
to win the gold.
He did.
And I
He's
have no
31
idea what a half pipe
Well,
is.
it's that
Oh, it's
thing
that-
that
it's
looks
that
like
half,
this.
yeah, it's that half
And they
slope.
do a lot of jumps and everything else.
Twists
but
and turns and all that.
he's 31, 32 years
32.
old. This might be his 7th Olympic, it seems
And I
like.
mean, he was actually out with an injury, Rick, that people,
Oh, yeah,
many people thought that he wouldn't even come back
He
from,
took
really.
a crash
He did.
recently before the games. But
Now,
anyway, all right,
you were
that's-
talking about
that's-
speed skate. When does that?
I could do it. I could do
Are
it.
we doing a whole segment on the Olympics?
No, we're not.
When does that short track skating start? That's the
Whoa,
one I
yeah,
like.
yeah. That's like the.
That's like roller
the
derby.
That's like the indoor track, like at LSU, the indoor track.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that's like, and that's like.
It's like roller derby.
It is.
Check out the NBC lineup, and
It
you're
is.
bound to find
It
it.
is.
All right, guys. Tops on our list tonight as we open up the show is baseball, of course. LSU opens up. The McNeese Cowboys open up with not a whole lot of success. The Cowboys lose 3 to Wichita
Yeah.
State. A very good program, by the way. Good
Wichita
barometer
State, yeah.
for where the
Traditionally,
Cowboys.
it is a good
and then
program.
LSU Notre Dame. Give us a quick sense of your
Irish,
coverage in Baton
Scooter.
Rouge. One out of 3 for the Tigers.
Very, very lucky to win one
really?
out of 3.
Okay.
got absolutely hammered, to be honest, all weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to do a segment on this. I will just say right now, it was alarming.
Wait a
I
minute,
mean,
Scooter.
after a while, you just were leaning back saying, this is LSU?
Wait a minute, Scooter. Wait a minute. Time out. So what you're saying, like you say, it's baseball, so we can't never take too much from that. But are you saying LSU may have some question marks, or is that Notre Dame's that good?
It's no. I'm not convinced Notre Dame is that good.
I'm worried now.
LSU made Notre Dame look Omaha bound.
What?
And Notre Dame didn't even make the NCAA tournament last year.
Come on,
Notre
Scooter.
Dame finished under 500.
You're going to have all our
last year.
Tiger fans out there scratching their heads right now.
Well,
Scooter.
I'm scratching my head. I watched all 3 games.
Wow.
Okay. Well, next segment, we'll dig deeper into Hobbs' thoughts.
That scares me a
coverage
little
of the
bit,
Tigers
Scooter.
at Alex Box opening up with Notre Dame. The Cowboys had an interesting Friday night game against Wichita.
Yeah.
They were down 10-5, and then speaking of timeout, Butler and Hill, they kind of get involved a little bit from the dugouts and say, we got to halt this thing. We can't see the ball.
Yeah.
Fog.
It did.
Of
The
all
fog
things.
walked in. It
Fog.
did.
You're going to halt the game.
It got
late
in bad.
You know, I think it was the 9th inning. They had to wrap it up on Saturday, and the Cowboys ended up losing. They were down like 10-5. I think they cut it to 10-6, something like that. I mean, you know, look, the weather we've been having lately, it didn't shock me because I was around the ballpark at the time, and it was like, holy smoke.
You could see it coming in, Rick.
Amityville horror here.
You could see it coming in, though.
It was
having crazy weather.
Yeah, I guess same way here though. No fog in Baton Rouge, but it was. That's the most beautiful opening weekend weather I can ever remember.
Really?
And the ugliest baseball.
Really? Yeah, that's interesting. Well, you know, from a safety standpoint, you're hitting balls. I mean, if you got fly balls going in the outfield, I mean, they're like here and the ball's
You got to be
out.
able to see them. Yeah, you can't see them.
That's not fair. So they did right.
You can't really play baseball in the fog.
No, you cannot.
You can't see
the
them.
white ball at night, that's a little troublesome. You know, look, the Cowboys also have some question marks. I would say in the next couple of weeks, Cowboys head coach Justin Hill will be on the show. As we get a little bit into their season, we'll let them kind of get their feet on the ground before we get Justin in here to talk about Cowboy baseball. But look, they much like LSU, they're pulling closers out to be starters now. And it may take 15, 18 games for these guys to find some traction to see what they're going to do with pitching.
And it's early. I mean, you don't know what to expect.
They had a better outing than LSU did.
Oh,
I mean, they lost the Sunday
imagine.
game by 1, 11-10.
I mean, I can't imagine they didn't.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they fared fairly well, but they still lose all 3 to Wichita State. We'll get into a little bit of that later on. Basketball, as we follow our local teams here, look, the Cowboys got 4 more.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have to do the math real fast. They're not going to get. They got to win all 4 to get above 500
to get into the tournament, huh? You have to.
I mean, they're sitting like tied for 9th or 10th.
Well, you have to win at least 14, 15 schools.
No,
to get into
they got to get to 8th place to get into the SLC. Now the SEC,
that's the only way.
That's 14 games, but that's 14 games won, right? At least to get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
LSU, you jumped on me last week. It's like, whoa, LSU's doing okay.
Hey,
they're above 500 overall, and they're, you know.
I mean,
they're competitive in the SEC.
What did you expect from LSU this year?
With a first-year head coach, no, I figured they might be around 500 in the league.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the SEC would be down.
They have on, what are they, 6 and 8 now?
Something like that. In the league.
And that's a lot better than I thought they would be at this point.
Really? See, I thought 500. I thought 500.
Well, the SEC is good this year.
See, I didn't expect that.
It is. No, that's the comment I was making.
The SEC is good this year. I mean, if they were to, let's see, well, they'd have to win out just about, I guess. Now, but, I mean, I was at the game Saturday when they beat Missouri.
Yeah.
I mean, Missouri have won 5 straight conference games.
Yeah.
You know,
we win by 1,
good
right?
win.
Hey,
Yeah.
wins a win,
4-6
Rick.
or
Wins
something like
a win's a win, man. But you know what, Rick? Looking at it for this year with the new coach coming in, Coach Wade, everybody was just saying, let's just see what we can put together and see where we can start from with the new coach and all.
Right.
But seriously, expectations for him, I thought would be a little bit, I mean, if not as good now than what people would have thought. I mean, I never would have thought that he would have put a team together this good. This early?
All right.
To-
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
they've
not
had
get
some
ahead of
losses.
ourselves. All
But
right, we'll take a pause. We'll pivot. We'll leave
I'm
one of our
satisfied
pivot
with what
foot
he's doing.
on the floor, and we'll spin around. When
Yeah.
we come back, we'll get into some more LSU baseball, McNeese baseball on the way. And if you're waiting for us to talk about the NBA All-Star Game, not quite.
I mean, hey.
No interest whatsoever.
Hey.
A little bit later on in the show, though, on the debate table, we'll throw out the incoming inductees to the NFL
Yes.
Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I want to see where we all land on this.
I think
class,
we'll be
'cause
close.
Something tells me.
I think we'll be close.
We're going to be ripping out our dueling
No,
swords.
I think we'll be close.
I don't know
I
about
think we
that.
will be.
All right, we got a big show lined up.
I
Stick
don't
here. We're coming
really.
back.
I'm going to have to invent an opinion on that. I
Invent
think.
one. We're coming back in about 2 minutes. Stay right there.
I can do it.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort.
You don't have to sacrifice taste to stay in the game. Miller Lite, always brewed to have more taste and be less filling. Miller Lite, hold true.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
All right, welcome back to the show, boys and girls. All right, baseball, LSU, Alex Box. 1 out of 3 against the Catholics and the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Very.
Notre
Catholic
Dame's on a
boys, the
run
Catholic
here against
boys.
LSU.
Man,
Oh,
on.
don't start. Don't
Citrus
start.
Bowl,
Don't
baseball,
start. The Citrus Bowl was a
basketball.
fluke.
basketball.
I mean, the early signature win for Wade Wilson, in Hawaii, they beat Michigan.
Yeah.
Next night, Notre Dame hammered them.
the Catholics
Yeah.
are on a roll against the
And
Bayou.
then, but baseball was supposed to erase all of it.
Yeah. Maybe
And-
Notre Dame's gymnastics teams might come down here and upset DD Bros.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Huh?
If that's the
Maybe?
case,
I'm
if
digging
that's,
on you,
if
Lou.
that's
I'm
the
digging
case,
on
dude,
you, Guidry.
we're gonna call Miami's gymnastics team to come down, okay?
I'm digging on you.
Like I said
We'll
last
call Miami to
segment,
come down, okay?
maybe Notre Dame is headed to Omaha. But
Nah,
that'd be an
Scooter.
amazing turnaround because they finished under 500 last year. And they had 3 new starting pitchers, just like LSU did from last year. I'm kind of like Maneri after the game when you ask him, what's your biggest concern? He was like, what's not to be concerned about?
Really?
I didn't see one thing. Since we're here in Lake Charles, the only bright spot was the Jordan twins.
Hit the grand slam.
The Jordan and Bo today, the Jordan twins scored all 3 LSU runs.
They
In the
did.
Sunday game?
Yeah.
They did?
Bo hit his 2nd home run. They had 3 of the 5 hits.
Yeah.
Really?
LSU had 5 hits.
Yeah.
Hey, Scooter.
The Jordan twins had 3
of them.
All right. Pitching, though.
That's got to be
Pitching.
key.
Let's start there.
That's got to be
All right.
key, Scooter.
How easy is it from your long tenure of covering LSU for
That's gotta
in
be key.
collegiate
Pitching is
baseball,
key.
for a talented closer like a Zach Hess to come out and be a starter? Okay. I mean, it seems like in college you can make a transition. Now, the majors and the big leagues, you've been closing all this time. I don't
Yeah.
know if the arm has it. I
Yeah.
don't know if they had that
Yeah.
mental
Well,
makeup.
it's not that unusual for somebody to do it in college.
In college.
But I don't know. He really had adopted that wild thing mentality.
Yeah.
Up in Omaha last year. Biggest problem was he couldn't throw a strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many strikeouts did they have over the weekend? Huh? Not many. Strikeouts. I'm talking about
Oh.
for the whole weekend. 10? Less. It had to be less than 10, right? Beside the
probably.
point.
Nah, Scooter,
Probably
have a hard
on
time
the-
remembering
probably
strikes.
on the-
That's not good then.
Was throwing strikes.
Yeah.
And now, because he is moving from closer to start, but he started some midweek games early last year. Zach Hess did. Now, Caleb Gilbert, who has roots in Lake Charles, or his mother grew up in Lake Charles, we've seen him pitch well.
Yeah.
Mainly in Omaha last year. I expect him to come around. That was an off deal. Zach Hess, you don't know. Todd Peterson, who pitched today, Maneri and them. Now, the first 2 nights, the question mark was supposed to be the bullpen. First 2, not so much today, but the first 2 games, the bullpen pitched well. I mean, surprisingly well. But, I mean, you can't be going to your bullpen in the 3rd inning every game.
Well, that's true. Look, and then, Kevin, Friday game, they fall behind.
Yeah.
6-0 before Bryce hits the grand slam.
Yeah.
They fall behind again by what? 10 to 5?
8 to 1.
8 to 1.
Saturday.
And they were just behind all weekend. I mean, that's a lot of pressure on the offense.
And Scooter, when you look at it, I mean, sometimes you look at different teams and you look at different aspects of what they do well for LSU. Now, could a bright spot be maybe they're going to be good this year?
There is no bright spot.
Okay.
Kevin.
It's early.
Kevin, I'm always the one trying to bring you down off that purple and gold ledge.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to tell you, baseball is always a work in progress.
Yes.
And it's a long year, and all of that is true. But after one weekend, that looked like a dumpster fire.
Oh, Scooter.
I mean, we have talked about the pitching. They didn't hit much either.
Yeah.
No.
In fact, if they couldn't string together any hits, it was mostly walks and home runs that accounted for their runs. Defense, not bad news bears.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything unusual, which we've come to, become accustomed to, particularly with Maneri's teams. They have been very good defensively. And I certainly saw nothing special there.
There wasn't a huge amount of errors or any kind of knocking around.
But there were a lot of plays that could have been made.
Okay.
You know, the kind of plays you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
If you had to grade them, not by play, but just on talent there, because sometimes talent can come around later on in the year. Talent-wise, where do you think LSU is, talent-wise?
Well, talent is what you see, and I didn't see anything this weekend.
Okay.
I mean,
what was
their
the most-
play, I would give them an F. Their talent, I guess I would give them a D.
Okay.
I think one of the alarming things outside of the first game was maybe the last 2 in the series was the margin of victory for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, they just pounded. They just pounded.
That was shocking to me. Now, like I said, it's a team didn't finish 500 last year, and they did look good.
Wow.
You realize Notre Dame had 1 outdoor practice before they came to Baton Rouge?
One.
They played the entire weekend without an error. I mean, made play after play after play.
Yeah. Maybe they
Clutch
just,
hits. Their
I don't
last,
know.
what
I
was
don't
it, 11 to 3 today. Notre Dame's last 8 runs today were with 2 out.
But look, you go to Alex Box, you go to LSU, the bastion of college baseball, a team that was in the Omaha finals last year.
Yeah.
That's their Super Bowl, okay? I know Notre Dame is Notre Dame, but look, you're going to get their best. You're going to get their best, and they came in there with that mindset.
You're right.
LSU,
I mean, team,
Alex Box Stadium. Holy smokes, we got decent weather. Let's go play ball.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure they were
Pretty sure that was part of it too, Rick. You
They
know.
hadn't practiced.
Well, that's true. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that.
I mean,
Look,
and keep in mind, if you're thinking it's just a northern school, and it is. I mean, Maneri coached at Notre Dame for 12 years.
Yeah.
He said he was shocked. He said he knows how tough it is to bring a team out of the snow.
right.
Yeah.
And maybe it was their.
But keep in mind, that, and you're right. I'm sure because Notre Dame Stadium is not much.
Right.
But forget, they're not independent in baseball. They play in the ACC in baseball.
Yeah.
So they go to a lot
They
of.
go to good programs. I
your
got you.
Florida States
Yeah.
and North Carolinas and Clemson.
I got you there. Look, as we close on LSU, though, with the amount of talent that they lost, and everybody knows the names, You know, I know LSU's expectations, but come on, maybe, I don't want to say rebuilding, but maybe this year the LSU fans need to take a step back here.
Well,
maybe?
No, Rick, no.
Maybe?
No.
Well, they
No.
won't, so it
No,
doesn't matter
but
if
they
they
Won't
should.
happen, Rick. Won't happen. No.
But what you say is true, but that's not that unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball teams pretty much have to retool every
Right.
year. There's
Yes,
so
they do.
much turnover.
Right.
Yeah.
Graduation,
and,
Major League draft.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe this team does come around. You know, I can't remember
All right, we'll see.
LSU ever looking
When
worse.
I'm not going to count Paul Maneri out. I won't.
I mean,
I won't
was
count him
on
out.
Friday night,
I
even
won't.
though they won, I'm thinking, man, that's the least impressive opening night
If
win.
at all,
I
yeah.
can remember, you know, let's see if they get a little better as the weekend goes
Yeah.
on.
Woo!
It just
Well,
seemed like.
at least Southwest Louisiana had a good showing from the Jordan twins. And
Well, I
everybody
didn't- I
watches
didn't-
They're very popular in this region of the state, obviously. So.
I didn't know the sky was falling for LSU.
Yeah,
baseball.
really. Holy smokes, Hobbs. All right, we'll take a pause. We'll
Jeez.
come back. And
All right.
look, the Cowboys lose 3 to Wichita State. And
Yeah.
now if Justin Hill was here, I don't think he would say, holy smokes, the sky is falling too. It's like, we'll get into some Cowboy baseball a
Yeah.
little bit more. All right, coming back
Man.
in about 2 minutes. Stay right there.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. Check us out online at soundoff60tv.com.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Let's talk about funerals of the happy variety. See, back in the 70s, there were folks in Austin who liked music and Shinerbach. Trouble was, there wasn't always a delivery truck for Shinerbach. But there was a hippie man with a funeral car. Wisdom would say, don't put the fate of your beer in the hands of delivery hippies with hearses. Then again, wisdom does not drink.
All right, welcome back. Joe Miller Ballpark, busy over the weekend, despite
Yes.
the fog that halted the late game between the Shockers and the Cowboys. McNeese coming in, Justin Hill, who again will be on the show in the coming weeks to talk about Cowboy baseball. 5th year, long-term deal.
Yes.
Defending regular season Southland Conference champions.
Well deserved.
Early exit from the tournament, but had a good, solid year, maybe the best.
Yeah.
In his tenure last year, and Todd Butler comes in here from Wichita State. Used to be the Cowboys coach.
Used to coach here
Joe Miller
also.
Park, looks great. A lot of things going on.
Yeah.
And they fall behind early and they lose all 3. But again, maybe not as bad as LSU. Very competitive baseball.
Yeah.
I'd say competitive baseball.
I would agree, and obviously didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Wichita State is a traditional. I don't think they've been quite as good. I mean, you remember LSU's first 2 national championships were against Wichita State.
And they have been Omaha in and out.
Yeah. Not so much in recent years.
In recent
but,
years, yes.
I mean, this is what you. McNeese has a lot of expectations this year, and rightfully so.
They
The
do.
last 3 years.
But I mean, this is a team from a bigger conference coming down here. So, and the games apparently were competitive.
Yes, they were.
I mean, I didn't see it. I hesitate to comment, but I wouldn't be
10-6,
I would-
11-2, and Saturday got out of hand, and 11-10 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Cowboys lose by
I-
1. They
And that's
rally.
I wouldn't be as alarmed with McNeese as I am with LSU.
Right. Well, again,
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys, The Cowboys have young guys coming out of the bullpen trying to become starters. Aiden Anderson is now going to be a starter, and I remember covering the LSU game when and they put him. And I wouldn't say it was a shocking, start. This is going back to last year.
Yeah.
But he was young, and Justin Hill threw him out there against LSU for a midweek game.
Yeah.
Again, Justin Hill thinks differently about, and we've talked with him about. LSU's a big game. They got Mississippi State coming up.
It is.
That'll be a big game. But it's not conference. Conference is everything.
Yeah.
For them to get to goals, they have to win conference and do well in the tournament to get to the NCAA. I mean, obviously, they've beaten LSU.
Yeah.
They've beaten the SEC team.
They have.
So,
They have, Rick.
throwing an Aiden Anderson out there, who's now making a full transition as a full-time starter, and maybe there's some growing pains there.
Yeah.
There's some growing pains
And
there.
you know what? Scooter probably watches more baseball than any of us, to be honest with you. I guess, Scooter, my question to you is, when you look at a team that played a 3-game series and played maybe a single game, can you tell more out of a single game being played or a 3-game series that makes you say, well, wait, you got 3 games to get it right. Now, 1 game I can understand, but you got 3 games and you still can't get it right. Is that more something to be alarming about rather than going and looking at a 1 game?
Well, no single game or single weekend is ever going to define a baseball team.
Okay.
Are you talking about McNeese?
Both McNeese and LSU.
Look,
just does it say
I'll
more?
chime in.
Does
with
it say more
with a 3-game
about
set
a team?
In baseball, the parity in baseball between
Because you got 3 games to get it right, though.
Look, you kind of want to win one. If you're going in as an underdog, you kind of want to win one.
Yeah.
Especially if you ever get home. Now,
Yeah.
I think it would have been good for the Cowboys at home to open the year to get one. They almost got it.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yeah,
I mean,
10-11.
they're leading late, and then the Shockers come back and they rally, and the Cowboys can't.
But that's it. I mean,
I
is it
think you
scary,
need to
Scooter,
win
to
one.
say if you watch a team for 3 games and say, wait a minute, y'all playing the same team you played yesterday?
Well,
I mean, is it?
McNeese almost won the Sunday game.
Yeah, they did.
LSU got worse as the week
As
went
the
on.
week went on.
Yeah.
Okay, Scooter.
How
Okay,
you
that's
progress.
enough. Okay,
The
move on,
mindset,
Rick.
how you progress.
We can move on.
Well, one
Okay.
of the things that
I'm
came
done
out,
with
one
it.
of the things that came out of the weekend for McNeese is again, we're not going to sit here and chart every play because they play so much baseball, but from Justin Hill's standpoint, the Cowboys get a little too many freebies. Too many walks, too many hit
That
batsmen.
was LSU's problem.
Yeah.
See
too.
there, I mean, when your pitchers are out there working and all
Make
of a
them
sudden
work for it.
the runners advance with and they're not working for it.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. And all of a sudden they're at second, they're in scoring position, and then you get a knock, you get a knock in the outfield, he scores. It's too easy. It's too easy. You got to make them work for it.
Sunday, LSU had 12.
Wow.
12.
8 walks, 4 hit batters.
And again, if you check probably from the pitching staff of LSU, when I was monitoring over the weekend, not a lot of strikeouts. Not a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah.
They didn't get a lot of easy.
Now, Scooter, when you say 12, I mean, could some of those have been full counts, or was some of those just,
They were 4 balls. They don't give you a walk on a full count.
Okay. All right, Scooter. Okay, I'm done with it, man. I'm done.
Pretty sure they were all 4 balls
I'm
or a
done.
ball that plunked somebody.
Yeah, I'm done. Okay. All right.
Where LSU had some
Okay.
positives from the Jordan twins, McNeese had 3 homers from Shane Selman. Boy, you go into a weekend against a pretty good 3 homers coming out of the weekend. That's pretty doggone good.
Notre Dame had a guy with 3.
There he goes again. Man, you just won't get off the horse wheel.
He may be National Player of the Week. He
God.
finished the weekend with a grand slam in the 9th inning Sunday. That kind of capped it off.
He should be. I mean, against and Alex Buck.
He had 7 RBIs in
Okay.
Sunday's game alone.
All righty, that'll do it. Okay.
All right. We know it's bad.
That'll do it. Let's talk football, Rick, or something.
Record crowd Friday.
There we go.
Huge
crowd.
crowd Saturday.
What do you mean
and
record crowd?
The biggest crowd ever.
All time?
Are you serious?
12,800.
12,800, Scooter.
Well, it was opening night.
I know. But
Yeah,
And most
but
of
wow.
them came back Saturday. It was 12-4 Saturday.
Holy
And
smokes.
even Sunday, with the game starting at 11 a.m.
That's an early
it was
game.
a very, very good crowd.
Holy
12,800, Scooter. Wow.
I didn't know that. I mean, that's
Okay.
strong. Well, look.
Yeah, that's strong.
The pent-up fever for LSU
Well, yeah,
baseball.
it's the first game, the opening game. Yeah, it's the opening game.
Football sucked. We're waiting for baseball.
Wow,
Just kidding,
man,
Adrian, I'm
dude,
so
I know you are. But hey,
Football didn't
hey,
suck for LSU.
hey, not throwing shots though, but don't we have more at baseball games than McNeese have at football games? I just wanted to make that
Oh
point.
my gosh. I think LSU football, if LSU football does 9-3,
Look,
I think that's pretty strong.
I think that's pretty
On
strong
this side
too.
of the panel.
I think that's pretty strong. It is, but we expect
wait,
more.
Wait a minute now.
But we expect 10-game win seasons. That's just something that's in the record. That's in the books. It's what we expect.
All right, so wait a minute.
10-game winning seasons.
Like we always
is what
have the
we
helmet,
expect.
because
We
we're
expect
never
that.
that far from football. So you're saying that if LSU goes 9-3, that's a good year. I just said it was a good year in my book.
No. They have to go 10. We have to win 10
One
games.
win, all of a sudden
We have to win 10
all right,
games,
so
Rick.
they lose 9, they suck. They win 10,
Watch
they're
this,
great.
Scooter.
What?
Alabama wins 12.
Oh, here we go. It's Sarah's bar graph. There's a big gap between 9 and 10
Alabama wins 12, Rick. Rick, Alabama wins 12. So why do we have to be below them, Rick?
You need to get off that
Come
little
on,
red
dude.
wagon. You
Come
need
on,
to
man.
Get off the little red
Man, Alabama
wagon.
wins 12 games a year, man. Come on. It's not acceptable,
Well,
Rick.
Alabama signs Patrick Surtain.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Wow.
All right.
Jesus.
Let's pivot again. All right, speaking of that, we're going to get on some basketball. McNeese basketball, not going anywhere. And LSU basketball, competitive. The Cowgirls now. The Cowgirls.
They've got a chance.
Might get into the tournament. They got some work to do.
They have to win out, though. I think they got, 3-4 games up. They got to win
Throw
out.
it out there. Does anybody want to talk NBA All-Star?
I mean, hey.
Now, if Hobbs wasn't here, there's some interesting subplot stories in the NBA this year.
Oh, yeah.
There's always drama.
But not in the All-Star.
No, not in
Did
the
we talk about the Cavs and the big trade they made with the 4 guys? We never did talk about that, did we?
because he doesn't wanna talk about it.
We never did talk about
I
that,
can
man.
talk about it, but you always acquiesce to Hobbs.
No, I don't.
You always say we got to bow to Hobbs.
Y'all talk about it all you want.
Oh, you'll just back off?
Yeah, I'll go grab a beer here at Jack Daniels.
Okay. All right,
We'll
dude.
take a short pause. We're coming right
We'll
back.
be back.
Soundoff60 is brought to you by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. The boys in the box will be right back.
You don't have to sacrifice taste to stay in the game. Miller Lite, always brewed to have more taste and be less filling. Miller Lite, hold true.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
All right, welcome back to the show. Gidry, you here? All right,
I'm
Gidry
here.
on the far end, Hobbs in the
Just
middle. We're
checking some
halfway
wires,
through
see
the
what's
show.
going on new and everything.
We've
That's
had
all.
a lot of fun. Let's get on some round ball, one of my favorite subjects from the collegiate standpoint. Let's start with the McNeese Cowboys. Look, 4 games remaining. They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost 3 out of the last 4. They lose over the weekend big to UNO on the road now. And UNO is in second place.
Good.
In
That's
second place.
okay.
UNO is a pretty good basketball
They
team.
are pretty good. Boys and girls, both.
But overall, I'm disappointed in this McNeese team. They're better than that. They
Yes,
should
they are.
not be, win 3 of the last 4, can make the conference tournament.
And
They should be in the middle of that.
keep
Hey,
in
No, I see what
mind-
Scooter's saying. Well,
Keep
yeah.
in mind, gentlemen, and I'm not being an apologist, but they were picked last by the brain trust of the conference.
But
The sports
when
information
that-
guys and the coaches.
That
they were
was
picked.
based on last year.
It was.
And from
Yes.
the moment you saw this team, you could see this team was better than that.
I agree.
And
I agree.
But
I
Rick,
agree.
the underlying factor in all of this and what Scooter says is pretty true, because you know what, Rick? You want to set yourself up for what's going to happen next year because you're going into a new arena.
Yes.
You want people to fill that arena. And you want them to say, you know what, man, expectations are going to be pretty good because look what they did last year.
The year prior.
It's tough when you don't give me reasons to want to go and see you play.
Let's put this in context. 9-15 overall for the Cowboys. As we sit here early in the week, they got a big game against the Southland leading Nicholls State.
Nicholls
Colonels.
State, yeah.
And has Nicholls State turned around athletics?
I don't know, man.
Football?
They beating people in
Basketball?
football, beating people in
They're not
basketball.
bad in baseball? I don't know how they are.
I don't
in
know.
Tennis,
I don't
but,
know.
6-8 in the conference for the Cowboys. Tied for like 9th I mean, they're sitting there. They're way far behind. All right, to get into that, even that 8th spot. All right, so 6 and 8, 9 and 15. To your point, Jared Greenwood, improvement at point.
Yeah.
Harvey, another year, better at the number 2 swing guard. Caleb Ledoux, young guy still. All right, started as a freshman. Their best player offensively, should be better. And has, had a career high against Northwestern, 34 points, whatever. Stephen Ukajuko, a senior.
Really,
you pull your hair out.
Really was hoping. Really was hoping a lot from him.
The X factor, to your point, Spontaneous Wilson comes in as a transfer and just does everything.
Yeah.
Double double, double double, double double. It seems like every game. All right. But again, they get behind, the Cowboys will fall behind by 26. And then they'll try to put on this huge second half comeback. Good Lord, guys, they're young, but they don't have those kind of legs.
No.
And then if they get a lead, they'll lose it. All right?
And that's the thing, Rick. When you look at teams, I've gone to a couple of these games this year at Burton. You know, the thing that I've seen to where when you're playing teams that maybe you know that are good, and when you can get a run on them and get a distance between maybe 10 points or 12 points on them, you got to remember now, Rick, they're a good team for one reason, Rick. They play better in the second half.
You
got to realize that. You got to realize that.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened.
And you got to figure out a way to make some
And
plays.
that's what's happened with the boys and girls. I mean, there's been times where I've seen the girls get up ahead with Coach Cryer, and they've come back in the second half because they just didn't have anything left. But the opposing team's like, we're just waiting for you.
4 games remaining. They got to win all 4, really. If
That's
I did
tough,
the
Rick.
math, to
That's tough.
possibly get into the tournament.
That is tough, though, Rick.
All right, I've heard some things about Dave Simmons and the program that, where he needs to be, where this program needs to be for him to go in after this season ends to say, I'm still the man that can lead this program.
Yeah.
And I really thought, and we'll get on LSU in a minute in regards to expectations, but the expectation that I thought, now I don't know this for a fact, but this is just me speaking here.
Keep it in mind, McNeese being that new arena next year, too.
I thought they had to be over 500, both overall and in the league, for Dave to have a strong case that he can make.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it overall, all right? They had a bad stretch early.
Yeah.
Again, they played a lot of,
Well,
And you know what?
They might make it. They might make it in the conference, and that may put him over the edge. But
Let me ask you and Scooter both, Rick, and I'm not being, like you said, I'm not being an apologist, but does the scheduling sometimes have a impact on how they do?
You're talking about non-conference?
Yes.
This year wasn't as bad as the last few years. I mean, holy smokes, they sent them off to God knows where.
That's kind of what I'm saying right now. I mean, does
But
that?
that's fact of life in the South.
Okay,
Conference.
Scooter. Okay.
They're not
Okay.
doing anything the other
I
South
got you.
Conference.
Burton
does.
I got you.
Burton Coliseum, Nicholls State, big win. They beat Nicholls, leading the conference.
Yeah.
Good team. You might want to get on a little roll. I don't know. Oh, that's just LSU basketball. All right, I thought this team, even with Will Wade, I thought, but I'm basing it on the league. I'm basing it on what I saw last year in the SEC of being a subpar league that I thought 500. LSU would be 500. Now, but all of a sudden, the curtain goes up in the SEC.
But Rick, the SEC is pretty good, man. I've been watching a lot of games.
Kentucky's one game over 500.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of the SEC.
I think I'm right.
And they are good, man. I mean, I've never known Georgia to be that good, and I've seen Georgia play
put it this
lights
way.
out.
Anybody that has watched this LSU team this year, which has a lot of limitations, cannot be encouraged that Will Wade is going to be a good basketball
That's no doubt.
coach. He's got a lot more out of this team than I thought he ever would, and they have been fun to watch. I haven't covered a lot of games. I did cover Saturday, 1-point win over a good Missouri team. But like they have what now, six SEC wins.
Yeah.
5 of them are ahead of them in the standings.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, 2 of them are
Good
ranked.
point. No,
Arkansas, Tech, or 4 of them, because they beat A&M and Arkansas twice.
Yeah.
Now they've had some off nights and they've had some come close nights, but overall, and plus keep in mind he's got the 3rd ranked recruiting class in the country coming in for next year.
Everybody's pointing to the next couple of years.
Yes, they are.
You know.
And I mean,
So I mean, everything's relative, and yeah, I think he's getting there.
I'm with Scooter.
He's a fun guy to watch.
I went to the Kentucky game this year.
Yeah.
And
Close loss.
they did, but I tell you what, they could have won that game.
Yeah.
Well, they lost by 2.
Yeah. They
You know, in
I mean, they could have won that
basketball,
game.
you know,
Easy.
you win a critical game, you just don't know how it's going to, from a confidence level and momentum, you know.
That's
a
no doubt,
Kentucky
Rick.
Win,
No
it
doubt.
may have been good for about a couple of weeks.
Oh, I
but
agree.
the next
Sold a
two-
couple of wins.
I totally agree.
Yeah, well, I don't see how you can blame that because the next 2 games after that, they won at A&M and at Arkansas.
Yeah.
But again, you know, a good showing
Those
against
games,
Kentucky.
you know, they had a couple of times after winning those games, they came kind of laid an egg against Alabama at home when they got to. But I'll say this, it kind of surprised me. You asked me about baseball. At the Assembly Center Saturday, and, you know, they've kind of struggled the last 2 weeks, and, you know, they're not going to be in the NCAA tournament. We all know that.
Okay.
Blah, blah. That was a good crowd.
Yeah.
I
LSU's
mean, it
always
really
supported
was.
basketball.
No.
I mean,
they've been avoiding it in droves for the last 5 years.
No.
Don't tell me that.
No. The games I've gone to, Scooter, when Johnny Jones were there, they were good crowds. I disagree.
I don't know
I
what you mean by
disagree.
good crowd.
They were good crowds, Scooter.
I don't
The
know.
games I went to. The
You
games I
were
went to.
easy to please.
Yeah.
For
No,
what
but
I
mean,
you're
I know what
talking
that
about
Assembly Center looks like. Believe me,
a
I've worked
couple
it
of
before.
thousand people in a
No.
14,000 seat
I mean,
arena.
I look up top, and I mean, it was people there, Scooter. You know. I don't know. I think you
Please disregard.
You giving him? You giving my boy Johnny a bad rap? Come on now.
Let's wrap up LSU basketball for this night, for this show.
Wade's going to be a good coach. He's going to be a good
Wade
coach.
Also, I think, accredited himself because he handled a little bit of a personnel issue, a little violation
He did.
issue.
He did.
You know, kicked the guy off. Has a guy maybe coming back. So he's handled that. He's laid a culture.
The
laid
dad of a
foundation
former
for
player
culture.
too.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, when it comes to McNeese basketball, don't count the Cowgirls out. All right, the Cowgirls lose to UNO too.
Yeah.
But they got a
They're
little
still in
momentum
there.
and they've
Coach
still
Carr
got
and
a
them
good
got a
shot.
chance.
They're close to get into the SLC tournament. All right, basketball is done. We'll get on some local basketball, and I want to talk about in the next segment about the possibility of the NCAA making some changes with transfers.
Yeah.
And this is a bugaboo for a lot of people.
Yeah, let's talk about
How
that.
College athletes transfer.
Yeah.
And I think you guys know where I stand
Yes.
on this. All right,
Yes.
we're coming back in about a minute and a half, so stay right there.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LeBerge Casino Resort, home of Soundoff60. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Today's story is about bars, where not beer, but time is served. The original brewmaster of Shinerbach, Cosmo Spetzel, went to jail for delivering beer to the good folks of Texas. Now, after nearly 2 years of serving time, why would this man go back to the same dark craft that got him locked away? 'Cause to not brew Bach would be the crime.
All right, welcome back to the show, guys. Let's shift gears a little bit. Women's softball. Now, last week's show, this is happening after last week's show.
Right.
McNeese Cowgirl softball program, they've been in the rankings. They've been in the last couple of years.
For
But
quite
they-
some time.
Early on, with their showing of the Cowgirl Classic, they broke the top 25 again.
Yeah.
Last week, it was after
They did.
last week's show that the news came out. They broke it at number 24. Look.
You're in it.
And this is 24th in the country.
Country. That's big, Rick. That's
You know,
big. That's
solid
big,
for
man.
McNeese Cowgirl
That
baseball.
is.
And
That
James
is.
Landreneau and the program, and it comes in, he beats the form. Joanna Harden came in. Virginia, I think it was.
That is, man,
and they'd
seriously.
They'd be, a former coach for the Cowgirls. And so, look.
They've always played LSU tough, man. When they played LSU,
Yeah.
man, McNeese girls softball, that's nothing to frown on, believe
I
me.
don't think the Cowgirls has ever lost to LSU.
Hey, dude,
softball.
wait, dude.
It's just
wait,
big
dude.
night tonight.
Wait,
It's just
dude.
big
Wait a
night
minute,
tonight.
dude. Don't
So
play.
congratulations. The Cowgirls did go to a tournament in Southern Mississippi.
Yes.
They lose to Baylor 7-0, something like that.
lost,
It's hard to keep up because they play so many games.
Yeah.
But look, they may fall out of the rankings. Who knows? But they'll be.
But
they'll
you're
be
in
close.
it. But hey, they're
Yeah,
in
they
it.
continue to win. They'll be like
Give
top
them
30,
kudos,
top
man.
35.
Give them
And
kudos.
it's
They're in
good
it.
for momentum. Good for.
It is.
for the girls. Speaking of local girls doing well, the Lady Bucks of Barb High School. I don't know if they've lost a district game in 2 years. All right, that's how good this team is. I mean, they're number 1 in the state. 5A, they win the district again.
Yeah.
They open up the girls' playoffs with a big win, and they're going early in the week. They're going to be playing now. Probably when you see this, the game might already be over. They go to Thibodeau Monday night of this week.
It's a big
Play
game.
on the road because they were at home, so they got to travel
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So this is a strong women's basketball
It
program,
is,
and
man.
they've
Wow.
built it over the last three or 4 years.
Yeah. And, you have to say, is that saying a lot for, man, Rick, Scooter, for local talent here? That this is key now. When you have local talent that's that good, can you keep it here?
You can, and you're talking about
Girls.
these cowgirls
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
some of the ball.
Can you keep
here's
that
the
here?
Sidebar to that. And look,
Because that's what grow your program, Rick.
Okay.
That's what grow
I'm
it,
big
man.
on coaching. On the high school level?
Yes.
All right, because you guys know, and I talked to you about my teams, I'm a veteran coach now. I've done a lot of recreational. I'm a veteran coach now.
Rick, you're known
Look,
all around the parish and the
I've
city.
lost-
Believe me,
I
dude.
should.
Believe me,
Because I have
dude.
not
You've
had a
known all
losing
around the
season
parish and
as a
city.
coach. In
For real.
flag football
You
and
won't do it, Rick.
basketball.
You just won't do it.
Now,
Hey,
if I was
I
coaching
applaud you
soccer,
for that.
It would be 0-10. But look, all kidding aside, on the high school, you've got to have solid coaching.
You
gotta
do.
develop these young kids.
You do, Rick.
All right?
You do.
So I give all the credit, basketball, football, to the local high school
I-
coaches.
I
and
agree,
how to
Rick.
take Talent
I agree.
And develop that talent. And obviously,
I
Barb
totally
High
agree.
School and the Lady Bucks have done very, very
They've
well
done
in
well.
developing that talent. But guys, I must admit, I don't go to a lot of junior high basketball games and high school basketball games unless they're big matchup.
I do. I make a few.
They're outdrawing McNeese basketball.
Stop it, dude.
They're
Stop it.
outdrawing.
You know, Rick.
They fill the gyms
Rick.
on most nights.
Rick.
Now maybe it's
Junior high?
junior high.
I used to go to
Junior
them when
high.
my daughter
We're
was
not
in
talking about
junior
high school now, Scooter. We're talking
High
about
school
junior high.
too.
It was me and the other parents.
But that's what it is. It's all the parents and the uncles and the aunts
Rick.
and the grandmas and the grandpas. They all flood
What
the
you
gym.
say is so
It's-
true. I mean, I've gone to games like Washington Marion and LaGrange. Rick, people are standing in the doorway
Yeah.
trying to look in.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes. Yes. Now,
Well, that's great.
it is great. It is great. Now, I'm not saying, here's that sidebar argument.
Yeah.
Because we hear it from fans a lot. McNeese, you got to recruit more local. You got to recruit local. Well, I think they try.
I think
and
they try
do.
too, Rick.
We had Lance Guidry on the show last week.
you know what?
He's bringing in a Barb kid, Simeon. He's bringing Zach Hayes in from.
Yes,
But you
yes.
just can't recruit local if they're not any. I'd say
No.
not any good. If they can't fit into
Well,
your
you know what?
program.
You know what the old saying
No.
is. The worst thing to do is recruit a local kid that can't play.
There you go.
And you're right.
Because
And you're
everybody's going to want him to play.
Everybody wants to
Exactly.
play. You're right,
Exactly.
Scooter.
Exactly.
You're so right. But
Look,
if you got a local kid that can play, you need to get him.
come on. The
You need to get
McNeese
him.
Cowboy basketball team, they've had local and they still didn't draw well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look at
Patrick Richard.
Well-
the kid, the young man from Iowa many, many years ago that went to the NBA.
Terrell, I mean,
No.
Tierre.
Yes. You know,
Tierre
number
Brown.
two-
Tierre
Tierre
Brown.
Brown.
T.R. Brown. Look,
Great local players.
Look.
Yes.
but we looked at some of, was it 2 years ago?
They grew a little better.
When
They did.
Washington Marion had all those good players, we didn't get one. We didn't get one.
Kevin Hardy.
We didn't
Just
get
from
one.
recent years. Kevin Hardy
Yeah.
from St. Louis.
But that's what
So
I
it's
mean
not-
when I
it's
say
not
that,
the-
Rick.
It's not the end all.
We didn't
It's
get
not the
one.
end all. It's not.
You
all
got
before we
to
run
do
out of
better in
time,
that area.
The NCAA. Now we talk a lot this because of McNeese football because
Yeah.
FCS can
Yeah.
get a transfer and they can play. All right. Different on the FBS Division
It
One
is.
level. All right. The NCAA is looking at rule changes and in short, the possibility of if the head coach leaves, these are proposals that players can then from that program can transfer and play. All right, that's one. Also, if the head coach gets fired, that's a little subtle. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But head coach, if he leaves or gets fired, they can play. The other part of it is if the team is sanctioned by the NCAA. Penn State, remember that? They can leave.
But what
And
do you
then
have
let's
then if
talk
your players
about
leave?
a 1 year
What?
exemption. Everybody gets one shot, and they can transfer without penalty. I like that.
No, I do too,
like
but Rick,
that.
you know
Give
what?
me some
what,
thoughts.
I figured you would.
I like that.
What does that do to your program if you're giving kids
I
that
don't
kind
care.
of an option?
I don't care. These kids should get anything
wait. I
within
agree.
reason.
You know,
I understand some of the reasoning. I do.
Reasoning for what?
For
Possible
doing
changes?
That.
For
No,
changes?
for letting them.
leave.
Just say one time.
1 year. You got an
It
exemption
would
year.
come under the heading, sorry, but life ain't always fair.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
I see Scooter point.
I really think it would create anarchy, and in the long run,
Well, then throw some conditions on.
Wait. This is the
maybe
thing.
that could happen. That's
Okay.
where I'm with you. But I've heard it. I mean, I very much like the graduate transfer rule. I
Yes.
figure if a
Yes.
kid has got that degree,
Yeah.
I
agree,
let
Scooter.
him do it.
Russell
Let
Wilson.
him do it.
He can leave.
Let him
Yeah.
do what he wants.
He can
But
leave.
some of the other stuff of just opening, free reign on a whole team full of players.
Are you against
this-
NCAA sanctions?
Anarchy.
If a team is sanctioned for 4 years, you're not going to play in a bowl, you're going to lose scholarship.
No, kid needs to leave.
But what if
I'm
the
with that.
kids,
But
one
wait,
of them they
but wait.
cheated on?
But
and paid?
Scooter's got a point, Rick. Then what if that kid's the reason
Prove
why
it.
they're sanctioned? But this
Prove
is my
it.
thing, Rick.
Well, I
Prove
think
it.
a
This-
way,
Prove it.
This is why I think maybe we should hold back on that, Rick,
well, the
because
NCAA
the
knows
one
who they were.
the one thing the NCAA should be looking at is not whether or not a kid can play and how many years can transfer, whatever. You need to look at how you're going to end up paying these kids, okay, before they leave college.
but
okay,
they do.
But this
They
is the
give
thing
them
that gets
something
me. Rick, I think you would kind of create a monopoly because what if you've got 3 kids around the country that's all talking on the phone and saying, look, dude, if we go to Florida State, man, we got the quarterback, we got the running back,
Good
we got
point.
the receiver. What
If
if
they
we
have
all
an
go there,
exemption,
man?
if they have an exemption.
Can we end up winning the national championship?
Yeah.
Because,
I like it.
Because let me tell you why.
I like
Rick.
it.
Basketball do it if you don't know.
I like it.
That's what basketball do, okay? They create these teams, Rick, that can't be beaten.
I like it.
I would hold on that, Rick, because if you got kids that are in
I
college that are
ain't seen one
smart,
this year. Can't
Let's
be
wrap it
beat.
up with the most. I think the
Don't know.
one thing that
That's
has
the
been
tough
talked
one
about
right there,
the
Rick.
most. If you're recruited by a coach and he leaves,
you can go.
You should be
You
able to
can
back
go.
out, right?
I do.
Back
Because
out of a commitment.
he was the reason why you went there.
Exactly.
No, I
You
agree with
mean,
that.
Like,
Totally.
He leaves, particularly with this early signing period.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, okay.
Jimbo Fisher.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would be there on
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that can
I
happen.
give him free reign.
I do too,
I
Rick.
like
I
the
agree.
1 year exemption, maybe with a condition or two.
But-
maybe with a condition or two.
Ooh, Rick, that
All
could
right.
create some problems
I
there, boy.
knew we were going to get some blood
That
going
could create
on
some
this one.
problems
All
right
when
there,
we
boy.
come back, the NFL induction Hall
Yes.
of Fame class. We're going to debate if a good class, not good, who deserves it, who doesn't. We'll run through that when we come back.
We will.
The football, the helmets are always out, so we're never far from football.
Never.
Coming back in about 2 minutes. Stay right there.
Soundoff60 is brought to you by our friends at Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Soundoff60 24/7 online at soundoff60tv.com.
For more taste, less calories, and half the carbs, there's only one light beer to grab. Miller Lite. Hold true.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
You don't have to sacrifice taste to stay in the game. Miller Lite, always brewed to have more taste and be less filling. Miller Lite. Hold true.
I'm gonna fight the
All right,
LSU
welcome
game.
back. Gidry, Hobbs, Cerro going to wrap it
Yes.
up with our final segment. Again, the NFL Hall of Fame class going in for 2018.
Yes.
The induction in Canton will be later on this coming August. Ray Lewis, Baltimore Ravens. Hang
Done.
on. Ray Lewis, linebacker. Brian Urlacher, 13 years, all in Chicago. Randy Moss,
Yes.
14-year career. Roundabout. Terrell Owens or
Yes.
Terrell Owens.
Yes.
5 different teams.
Yeah.
16, 17 years in the league, something like that. all
Yeah.
right? Brian Dawkins, 17 years with 3 teams. And of
Yeah.
course, the seniors, we can't argue with the seniors. Robert Brazell from the Oilers
Yeah.
and Jerry Kramer,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Ice Bowl
gosh.
hero from the
Oh,
Green
gosh.
Bay Packers. GM Bobby Beathard will
Oh,
go
gosh.
in. Legendary GM. All right.
Yes.
Let's start with the most controversial.
Okay.
Terrell Owens.
Yes.
Took him 3 votes. I didn't realize this. 3 votes to get in. Now he's in.
Yeah.
You want his bio? Do you need his
Oh,
bio?
no, the numbers.
No, no,
the numbers.
no.
The numbers are there, John.
numbers.
There's no
Thing.
doubt. There's no
I
doubt.
think
T.O.
controversy is
What he did while
and
he was
you know,
playing.
early
It-
in his career, Randy Newman, was pretty controversial guys too.
Randy Newman.
I mean,
He's a singer.
Randy.
Yeah.
Short people. You mean Randy Moss?
Moss.
Randy
Where
Moss.
did you
Randy
pull
Moss. I
that
said,
out?
Randy Newman. I was like, what, Scooter? Randy Newman.
He's this tall. He's a
yeah,
piano
I'm like,
player.
what?
I think
Randy
Moss
Newman.
matured.
Yeah, Scooter.
Yeah.
I think Moss matured.
He did,
over the
Scooter.
But
years.
he was a lot like Owens, though.
He
Early
was.
on in his
He
career.
was.
He was
My question with Owens.
not media friendly.
No,
The
no.
question, not media friendly, but Terrell Owens, I think he's such a distraction. Even with his numbers, did he make teams better?
I think he did.
He did, Scooter.
I think he did.
Fair
mean,
enough.
I mean,
Now,
look at the
Randy-
Cowboys.
I'm
Yes.
I'm T.O.
Randy
T.O.'s
Moss,
up.
No, he's in.
Randy Moss, to me, very much matured
He
Yeah.
did, Scooter.
over the
He
years.
did.
He did.
And became
did.
a good teammate who
He
could
did.
put Randy's needs aside.
His best career was with best career
Was with
year
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady with the Patriots.
That's when he changed.
23
That's-
touchdowns.
And you know what, Rick?
1,500 yards
Let me
receiving.
tell you something, guys. What if Randy
Tom
Moss?
Brady.
What if Randy Moss' career
Tom
could have
Brady.
started in New England? What do you think he would have been like then?
Who? What?
If his career could have started in New England?
Who?
Randy Moss.
Randy
Oh, Tom Brady would have put him
Can you
in-
imagine?
It's all Tom Brady.
Sometimes it's players that are with teams
Well, he
that
was
make
way
them.
ahead of Brady, though.
I know. All right. All right. Look. All right. So
He
thumbs
had-
up on Owens.
Thumbs up on Owens.
Thumb
yes.
up on Moss.
Yes.
Well,
thumbs up on
Belichick
Moss.
wasn't even there at the start of his career.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Just if he could have been in that atmosphere to where he could have grown.
Yeah.
One
into a
common
much better
theme,
player.
Ray Lewis, 17 years in the league. Urlacher, 13. Dawkins, 17. Moss, 14 years. And the Terrell Owens, I had it down here, 15 years
Yeah.
in the league. These are all,
I mean,
to
these
me,
guys are-
you got to have some longevity
You
to
do.
get into the Hall of
You
Fame.
do.
7
Now,
years,
I don't know
8,
out of all of
except
those
Gale
guys.
Sayers.
How many of those guys
Except
ended up
Gale
with
Sayers.
Super Bowl rings? I know 3 of them did.
Urlacher did not win.
Yes, he did
lost.
with Chicago. He didn't.
Brian Dawkins lost
did.
to New England.
Yeah.
Did not get a Super Bowl.
He did.
So, of course, Moss did.
Moss did.
And Lewis won 3.
Lewis, yeah.
2 of your LSU guys close.
Yeah.
Kevin Mawai
Yeah.
and from Leesville.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name
Steelers.
right now. I can't think of his name, so I know who you're talking about from
Brian
Leesville.
Urlacher. First vote. Look,
I mean, I like Urlacher as a linebacker, but
a ton
I
of
was-
tackles,
I was-
22 picks. He reinvented somewhat of the linebacker role of dropping back in coverage. 22
Yeah.
picks, career picks
I'm
as a linebacker. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna tell you.
But first vote,
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you.
think so, guys.
I'm gonna tell you the
I don't think
linebacker
so.
that
Not
I didn't
impresses
realize
me.
he was first ballot.
Urlacher.
First ballot.
When you look at guys right now versus Urlacher back when he played, you know the guy that impresses me linebacker-wise. You guys can see what you want, and I can't think of the guy name right now. It's a linebacker for Carolina. I love this kid, man.
the
white guy.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
If
about.
I had to vote for him, he'd be
He's
first
still
vote.
got 5 or 6 more years in the
I
league.
know, but
give him time.
That's
Yeah, I know.
that's the kind of guy that I would put Urlacher. That's how you should have been.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Urlacher
Rick?
was good. I'm
That's,
just saying.
yeah, but he wasn't
First ballot.
No.
Okay.
No.
Lewis, first ballot. I mean,
No doubt.
Even with his
Ray Lewis was a different guy.
off the field
Ray
issues
Lewis changed-
early.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was a monster.
Oh, Ray
guys.
Lewis.
Ray Lewis
Man.
changed the game, man.
Had
He did.
13 Pro Bowls.
He changed the game. Ray
I
Lewis
mean,
did.
he was
He
just
changed the game.
a monster. All right, so thumbs up on all of them, even Owens.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Urlacher for me.
Urlacher kind of got, I don't know.
Second or
That was,
third vote on
Yeah,
Urlacher.
man.
You know, that's just me. All right.
yeah. Me too, Rick.
I
I'm
know
with
it's
you on that
doom
one.
and gloom, Hobbs.
LSU baseball is no good.
Early.
Don't even go see them play. Scooter Hobbs say they're horrible.
You kind of did say that.
He did use that word. He did kind of say that.
All right, the Cowboys.
Up to them to prove me wrong.
The Cowboys have a Tuesday night date in baseball against
Yes,
Louisiana
go watch the
Tech
Cowboys.
if you're following that. And, of course, Wednesday night this week at Burton Coliseum, Cowboys
Go watch
and
the boys and
Cardinals.
girls.
Let's see if Simmons and the Cowboys can
Come on,
turn
let's
it
get a
all
good
around.
win.
Great show, gentlemen. All
Yes.
right, we'll do it all again next time, everybody.
Soundoff60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Soundoff60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.